Hello, hi. And before I start, I'm going to tell you this. I'm having an anxiety attack. Why today? I will tell you, because guess what? Spring breakers. Yeah, you heard that? You heard that? Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I'm having an anxiety attack.
So,
hello again. Today on Media Hovel, we're going to be talking about spring breakers.
yeah, so this is Media Hovel. I know at the end of the first episode we did, I said we'd be back with Soma, but plans fell through with that. That's on hold. So me and, I had to throw something together real quick since I put all that research into Soma and it was canceled. And I was like, what's something easy? And I texted Mauricio and I was like, let's do spring breakers. And it's an easy one. It's an easy one we can do.
Easy. I don't know about you, but easy. I mean, I had several technical difficulties just watching it. I couldn't even write one goddamn note, just to tell you that.
Listen, I luckily wrote notes to refresh Mauricio's memory.
I don't care about it, because this movie is just... All I will say... And Spring Breakers.
So, for those who don't know what Spring Breakers is, Spring Breakers came out in 2013. It was written and directed by Harmony Korine. He's most known for Kids, which came out in the 90s. So he's known for making these interesting movies, interesting subject movies. But I personally seen Kids. I personally seen Kids. It was good. It's not for everybody. I'm not going to get into it, but look into it if you want to watch this. But Spring Breakers was another thing. So before we really get into it, I just will mention this. Just maybe you could think about this as we talk about it. No,
wait. I got this. Let's start.
No, I wanted to say something Harmony Korine said in an interview.
I was gonna say let's start with the cast.
No, we will get to the cast. We'll get to. Okay, so I just watched a video. Harmony Korine was being interviewed for the Guardian, and he was talking about the culture of spring break, and he said what he knows about is a lot of kids just go down to Florida, do a bunch of drugs, have a lot of sex, and then come home none of that happened. And that's this movie, but there's more to it than just doing drugs and having sex and coming home none of it happened, which we'll get into. And he also mentioned he wanted the movie to feel like a drug experience, and
oh honey.
So what? So I guess let's get into the cast real quick. Mauricio, you want to take that one about the cast?
Let's start with the big one in my perspective. James Franco
as what's his name? Do you not remember his name?
I don't even want to remember his name, honestly.
He plays Alien, a white rapper from Florida. That's that with him
Crickets.
For now.
Crickets.
Well, that's that for now. Who else do you want me to take one, or do you want to name the whole cast?
Well, I mean, don't get me wrong. Top three, I remember James Franco, Selena Gomez as Hope.
No, it's Faith.
Is it Hope?
It's
no.
Faith.
It's Faith.
It's Faith. Because she's the Christian girl. She's the Christian girl of the group. When we first meet her, she's at church. She's at youth group or something. So Faith is played by Selena Gomez. And just remember, I said this movie was in 2013. So it's very, she just finished Wizards. I think she maybe was still in Wizards of Waverly Place. So she's still got that Disney Channel tag on her, and she's in this movie. And she's not the worst one, but
was she still in Disney while she
2012.
This movie was going on?
Yeah, 2012 is when. Do you have your phone on you?
No, ma'am.
Go get your phone.
Hold on. Okay.
Oh, no, you do. Oh, you do. Yeah, I'm pretty sure when this came out, Selena Gomez was still in Wizards. Wizards was still on Disney Channel, and new stuff was coming out. It was at the end of it, but it was still on. That's what made this movie controversial when it was coming out. It was super I remember because I saw this in the theaters when I was in high school. I was a junior when this movie came out. So, this is, my second time viewing it since 2013, and I, vaguely remembered it.
And wait. When did it start? When did the movie...
The movie came out in 2013, like I just said. When was Wizards on?
The last episode of Wizards was January 6, 2012. Queen. Queen.
She, like, just finished Wizards, but Waverly Place, and that was in this movie.
She said, Queen, I didn't have anywhere to go, so Spring Bakers, here I come.
And then...
and another one that we have...
That you remember at least. I'll fill up the other ones that you don't.
Miss wonderful Vanessa Hudgens.
As... Candy.
I
don't blame Mauricio for not remembering the names because
I don't wanna.
No, because
and I don't wanna
because like the way the interactions in this movie.
That's why I say
and
I will say it again. I don't wanna because this movie.
Let's just name the name so we can get into this.
Okay.
Shit. Who's next? And also wait real quick.
Right.
Vanessa Hudgens. I think like High School Musical just ended maybe 3 years prior. With the movie that was in theaters, like just and that's what's another thing about this movie. It was very controversial because the main three, which we'll get into the third one, but Selena Gomez and Vanessa Hudgens still had those Disney tags on them, basically, as I put it.
I mean, the High School Musical 3 came out in 2008.
The third one? I thought it came out in 2010.
No, honey.
Oh.
20.
Okay, well, it's still, I mean, most people listen.
Oh, no, she got the tag.
But because everyone in my age remembered Vanessa Hudgens from Disney Channel, because, like, what did she do after High School Musical, really?
What did she do?
I know, right? Like, she made music. I remember her making music.
She had that,
I remember the music, but, like, she was in, like, random shit. I remember, oh my god, she was in Beastly. I remember that. That was prior to this too. That movie came out prior to this. But let's not get into Beastly. That's a good movie, which I have an idea now.
Okay.
Who else do you remember?
That's all.
Okay, so Ashley Benson plays Britt, and she was in Pretty Little Liars at the time on ABC Family.
Don't watch that.
So and technically ABC Family is Disney because they're owned by Disney. So technically, she's a Disney girl too. Yes, that's the thing. We're getting to the facts here, bitch. We're getting to the facts of this movie. We're giving you the facts before we get into this movie.
Are we turning into like a conspiracy theory?
Oh my god, we're conspiracy theories. We lack critical thinking skills, guys.
Oh my goodness.
Anyway, and then the other friend, Cotty, she's not known, but she's married to Harmony Korine. Yeah, she's married. That's his wife. With the girl with the pink hair, Cotty, that's the director and writer's wife.
Get out.
Yeah, they're married. Look it up, bitch. Go on IMDb and look at that up. They're married.
I can't even type how I'm shaking right now. What is this? Oh my goodness.
Ooh, what was that? That was a door slamming.
Help me out.
Are you looking at the movie? Yeah, Rachel Korine. That's her name, Rachel Korine. Click on we found a Wikipedia page.
It says it. Wait, it says it.
That's his wife.
Get the fuck out. And she got shot.
Oh yeah, don't
wait. I am sorry.
She gets shot at some point in this movie.
That was too. Yes.
So that's the main cast, and then Gucci Mane is in this movie. I think his name is Al.
I don't even know.
Look at it.
Okay.
It's Alec. Like James Franco talks so weird in this movie, and they say his name once, and like James
Archie.
Franco said it's Archie. Then he's like R. Like he said it like that though.
Oh my god.
That
so
weird.
We have Faith by Selena Gomez. Candy.
They really like they say his name once, and it like. Maybe they said it again. I didn't notice it, but like James Franco talks so weird in this movie. It sounded like Al to me the way he said it. But I was just addressing him as Gucci Mane the whole movie because it was literally like Gucci Mane, but Archie. Okay, so I guess
I'm just at all with this cast. Now I'm looking at it. Okay.
So let's get into what happens in this movie. This is what we're here to do. Oh my god.
James Franco's brother was in it too.
Who was Dave Franco?
No, James Franco's brother.
Dave Franco. Or does he have another brother? I only know
Tom Franco. Queen.
Are they brothers? Click the name. What the fuck? I only know Dave Franco. That's why.
He's a brother of the actor James Franco. Queen. This movie is just opening up a book of wonders for me. I'm sorry. I am at it all right now. Hold up. I just watched this movie. Now I'm...
His name... And, like, Alien's name is, like, Al or something in this movie, too.
Okay, so let's continue.
Okay, so let's get into the movie, because that was already a ride discussing the cast of this movie.
So be prepared.
Okay, so everyone. The movie opens with mind you, this is such a 2013 movie. Everything about this movie screams 2013.
Let's just
what's the opening song? Let's go by the movie as we discuss the music. But what's the opening song? Do you want to say it?
Oh, honey. This is all you. I give this one to you.
Scary Monsters and Nice Sprites by fucking Skrillex. The dude, yes, oh my god. And it's just like a montage of like everyone on spring break. No girl has a top on, and it's just like boobs and shaking in the fucking thing.
Ass
like
and
it looks,
titties.
but it's like, I guess it's supposed to look like one of those spring break videos where like Girls Gone Wild. So that goes on and on and on, and then we're at college, and Vanessa Hudgens is like hitting a bong, and it's either let me just say by her name. Candy.
Yeah.
Candy is hitting a bong, and like it's either Cotty or Britt slaying in the bed sleeping. And then like there's just a lot, like here's the thing about this movie. There's a lot of flash forwards, flashbacks, voiceovers. There's like no dialogue really in this movie. Like there's really no like, not like dialogue, there's no like conversations. Like there's so much where there's interaction. It's just cutscenes and voiceovers and cutscenes and voiceovers and flash forwards and flashbacks. Like it's, let me turn my notes. So you see them, and then Faith is at youth group, and the pastor goes, he refers to God with the word swagger.
Can I just say something real quick?
What?
I literally looked at him and screamed Tiger King. I just opened another book of oops. No.
Yeah, the pastor has like a glittery like cross shirt, a cross neck tattoo, and a big cross, and he's talking about God, and he's like, you got to get like swagger with the Lord or something like that. And like 2013 right there, bitch. 2013. No, swagger, swag.
It screamed pure Ed Hardy. Remember those days, the Ed Hardy days?
Yes.
Oh my god.
So so Faith's walking back from youth group, and she's smoking cigarettes. Look at her smoking a cigarette. She said she was so bad.
After a night of youth group,
she's smoking a cigarette. She's talking to two girls, and she mentioned she wants to go to spring break with Candy and Britt and Cotty, and those girls like, ooh, you better pray for them down there. You better be careful. You better be careful with them. And fucking Faith is like, oh, we've been friends since kindergarten. They're so nice, and they're like, just pray down there in Florida. Oh yeah, they keep wearing shirts that say Kentucky College, so I think it's supposed to be Kentucky they're in. They don't specify unless the shirts are supposed to tell us. I looked up that the college is in Sarasota, Florida, but like they never mentioned, like all their shirts say Kentucky College. So I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be Kentucky. And they're like Selena Gomez has an accent that comes in and out.
I'm sorry,
that's so random.
Is questionable.
Yeah, like there's like a later in the movie when they're at a pool, she's like talking about buying a house, and she's like, "Y'all, I'm serious. I love it here." And she wasn't even talking like that the whole movie. It just came out of nowhere. So yeah, she mentions that, and then like they go to see her in her dorm room, and they're in the hallway singing and playing on the ground like they're children, singing Britney Spears, singing "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
Oh yeah, can we just say that it's like
a lot of Britney music too in this.
They really brought up the Britney reference throughout the movie. Can I say that?
And then like there's a bunch of cutscenes of Faith, Britt, and Cotty like trying to figure out how they're gonna get money to go on spring break, because like in this scene with Faith, they're like counting that they have literally no money to afford spring break, and Faith talks in poetry the whole movie about, we live in the same house and the same faces and the same people, don't you just want to go somewhere? Like just so annoying. But that's so annoying. Like the way she talks, like who talks like that?
I'm sorry, can I just say this, like right there at that moment, I so tuned out.
Yeah, and
I tuned out because it just does not make sense. Like the accent did not make sense. The fact that how they were just like scrambling, like they were literally, I mean, don't get me wrong, I might spring break, looking for money, trying to go to the beach with your friends, I understand that.
It's like college culture.
But
it's been like, that's who I want to finish with fucking Faith speaking in poetry. Like, it would work if it was just a voiceover, but she's like, they're like laying in like the community bathroom or whatever, like in the shower area, and she's just talking like that to them. And it's annoying. So then bunch of cutscenes. Britt and Candy and Kai decide they're gonna rob like a restaurant. So yeah, they're all these cutscenes. They're like, how are we gonna do this? We're gonna pretend it's a video game. Oh my god, we're gonna do this, and like this dramatic music is playing, and we find out that Cotty has the keys to one of the professor's cars, so they take the car and they're driving, and they get to the restaurant and they jump out. They put their ski mask. They got a toy gun that they painted the tip to look real and a hammer, and they run in. Now in this scene, they run in the restaurant. We don't see what's going on inside. We see from the outside. Cotty's driving the car around, and guess what she's listening to on the radio? You want to say it, Mauricio?
I don't even want to talk about it.
She's listening to Moment for Life by Nicki Minaj.
I did. This is some 2013 shit. I'm sorry. 2013, 2012 shit that you...
Yeah, so it's just like Cotty's circling, and you would just hear this. They run out, they go, and then they're screaming in the car, and they set the car on fire. Cutscenes again, more cutscenes. They go see Selena Gomez. They're like, we're going on spring break. And then they go on spring break.
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. I'm sorry. It really, like, listen.
It's not that it doesn't make sense. It's just like, what just happened?
Are you kidding me? No.
I'm sorry. I wouldn't put it past people robbing. People rob place all the time.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But how, are you kidding me? If you're going to rob a place, and this is just like, just saying, and I feel like this would be anybody. If you're gonna rob a place, aren't you? I feel like there would be people that would scope it out and do like, you know.
But that's the point. Research. They're like dumb, naive college girls. Like that's how they just made them out in this movie. Like they're just obsessed with the gang life.
But this is the thing, though. How they did it was just so not believable, and then all of a sudden they're just successful and they're just driving like crazy, like, oh my god, we did it! And the next minute, you know, boom. Car on fire.
Yeah, like I just feel like it could have made more sense if it just wasn't all cutscenes and flash forwards, flashbacks, and voiceovers, and them doing random shit around the fucking dorm room. Like, I feel like if they actually put them, like, talking about this and planning this and not just cutscenes over and over and over again, it would have made sense. So, yeah, that's how they get the money, and they go on spring break, and then they're in the bus, and, you know, the filter's a little lighter, and they're dancing on the bus. They're going on.
I feel like
spring break.
Okay.
Spring break forever.
No, he hasn't come in yet.
I know, but I can mention it. Anyway, so yeah, and then it's just another montage of them just partying it up in Florida. Faith is talking to her on the phone with her grandmother, and there's that voiceover, and she's like, everyone here, they're so sweet and nice, and everyone's like doing drugs.
That's the thing.
Like, it's just like
she's dead ass talking to her grandma. I swear. And
I know, like, I get Faith is like the innocent girl, but it's low key getting annoying.
It got annoying since the beginning, and then it just. I'm sorry, as a person that. Like
she's talking about like it's this magical experience, and everyone's just doing drugs and having sex,
like this
and drinking. Like that's the spring break Like, there's a scene where she's talking about, another talks and poetry scene.
Oh, my God.
When she's like, we're going to take a picture, click, save it forever. And this is when they're in the pool. And they're all like, and literally, like, Britt and Candy are like, what is she talking about?
Crickets. That's all I say about this movie. It's just a lot of crickets.
And during this commotion, we do meet James Franco's character briefly. So we meet Alien, and he's rapping on stage. He's got the braids, the grills, the tattoos. He looks fucking stupid.
You know what?
He looks so stupid.
Can I give you a first good impression for you guys that you might not see this movie, or you might?
I hope no one listening to this likes this movie. If you do, I'm so sorry.
If you like it, watch the movie, God bless you.
Because we're about to really rip into it. I'm just gonna say this as we get into it. If you like this movie, like, I'm not like you like this movie, like that's you, but me and Mauricio, we don't like this movie, and we didn't enjoy this, and I didn't like it in 2013. I didn't like it when I saw it in the theaters either as a teenager, and I didn't like it now as an adult.
Queen.
But if you like it, you like it. But like, just be prepared. We're not going to be nice to this movie. No. We're really not going to be nice. Okay.
Let's start with Alien.
Wait.
What can I tell you he looks like? My first impressions. ... Riff Raff.
He kind of looks like Riff Raff.
You cannot say. You look at him and you're like Queen. Riff Raff.
I think I read on IMDb that the guy standing next to him with the I think they were dreads. That's supposedly the rapper that inspired that character, like that inspired Harmony Korine to write that character. I think I read that on IMDb, like on their IMDb facts.
No, ma'am. He looks like Riff Raff.
So, but he's not even really in the movie yet. That's when you just, like, meet him. He's on stage. No. He's talking about spring break being life, money and booties and bitches.
But I feel like that's what everybody will do, like, at any, like, rapper who's, like, doing that stuff in, like, spring break.
But it's like, James Franco, and he doesn't sell it. No. So silly.
Oh, my God, James Franco.
It's not even, like, the dialogue. It's not even the scene. It's just he doesn't do it for me. Like of all the people that could have played this character, not fucking James Franco. I'm sorry. So anyway, they go. They're still doing their thing, you know, they're chilling. They're outside, like, a restaurant. You see, like, a family eating behind them. They're all sitting outside in their bikinis drinking, and they're cursing. And then they reenact the robbery scene for Faith. And Faith is like, oh, my God, you guys. And then they show it. But, like, you see them going berserk. Like, they're smashing plates, putting the guns, yelling at people, smashing the cash register open to steal the money. And it's, like, cutting back and forth to them reenacting it. And, like, Faith is kind of like,
honestly,
like, the whole time. Like, she's not liking this.
She was my mood. Faith?
That was Mauricio. Yeah, that was mine, too.
She was my mood.
Yeah, oh. So they're, like, talking gangster, like, yeah, motherfucker, yeah. And I guess, like, because I have read, let me get into this real quick. I've read in things that the point of this movie, and I get the point they're making. The point is how a lot of white suburban kids idolize gang life, and as a person who grew up in a white suburban neighborhood full of kids that idolize gang life, this is true. This is real. And, like, the whole point is how, like, then they get into gang life and they realize what it's really like. It's not, yeah, motherfucker, stealing money and bitches, but the execution is where that storyline was lost, because it's all cutscenes and voiceovers and, like that, like, you lose that storyline. I feel like this could have done a lot more with what they were trying to say, but it just fell so flat. It fell so flat.
Listen, saying so flat is being nice. Can we say that?
Yeah, like when I first saw this movie, not knowing that, I was like, what's going on in this movie? And then when we just watched it and I had that in mind, I get what they were saying, but, like, I had to read that somewhere to get it. To be honest, I should just understand that during the movie. Unless I'm missing something. Maybe it's my own ignorance. Maybe I'm missing something.
All I'm saying all through this movie, until she goddamn left, I was Team Hope. Or Team Faith. Whatever her name is.
So then,
girl, I needed hope.
Then they're in a hotel room partying. It's, like, all these trippy edits. Like, there's weird, like, their bodies are morphing, like a drug trip kind of thing, like trippy edit,
acid, trippy, you know.
Yeah. And then they're partying. There's music, and then there's, like, it cuts back and forth to them in the police car. Couldn't even let us surprise them. Like, in police car partying, in police car partying, in police car partying. So then they come, they get arrested, and they're in the cop car. Faith is crying. It's going back and forth again while the cops are, like, booking them, and that it's all partying cop car. Then they're in the county jail. And it's, like, that same sad filter they had on the college, like that blue filter. They're just laying in the holding cell, and they're still in their bikinis, and they're in court in their bikinis, and it's very awkward. And the judge basically says they're not getting charged for drugs because they didn't have them, but still, like, I think it was their hotel room.
So they still got in trouble.
Yeah, so the guy said it's either they post a bail or they spend 2 more days in county jail, and they don't have the money. So James Franco is there because he has these twin dudes that I guess...
they were actually... No, they were actually still at the party, remember?
They were at the party, but I guess they sell his drugs for him, and he's bailing them out, and he bails them out. And then he's like, y'all, yeah, come in my car, like, just...
Girl, I just got goosebumps.
I just can't buy it. Like, there's a part, like, Faith is not really for it, and, like, Britt and Candy and Cody are feeling it, and he's like, come on, y'all, why you acting suspicious?
Cut it there. Just cut it there.
I won't be talking like that. I just need to give you the effect. I'm not going to attempt that.
I'm sorry. Right there. No. Next.
Oh yeah. So they're, like, sitting somewhere and they're talking about spring break, and he's like, "Yeah, you partying, doing coke." They're like, "Yeah," and then, like, he's talking about how the twins do everything together and they like to, I guess, like, have threesomes, and he's like, "Calm down over there," and the twins are doing absolutely nothing but, like, smiling and laughing and smoking a blunt. And he's like, calm down over there, calm down. It's, like, so awkward. Like, it's so awkward. Like, he's bad. So awkward. He doesn't sell it. And, like, he's trying to talk to Faith, and Faith is, like, not liking him. And, like, the girls are flirting with him. And then he's like, yeah, we live gangsta.
Hashtag team face girl. Queen, like, I felt your mood. I felt the moods.
Like, James Franco is so cringy in this movie. I can't.
He
like,
did not do it for me. And
he was so, like,
for that movie ever.
And, like, James Franco's attractive. He's so ugly. Listen, like, what they did, like, it doesn't work.
He is an attractive man. I will give it to him. Granted, yes, he is. For this movie, they did him dirty. They did him dirty.
Yeah, like, it doesn't work. I guess maybe he's supposed to look like that. Like, he's supposed to have that look.
I mean, granted,
he looks stupid.
But don't get me wrong, though. Like, I guess, like, the person that did write this, like, I mean, granted, if you did see, like, those, not for nothing, but, like, those white wannabe boys that they want to be gangsters.
Yeah.
They do look like him.
Yeah.
Granted. But James Franco.
I guess it's just because it's James Franco. I guess because it's just James Franco, that's not what sells it. And also, he's, like, I get, like, he mentioned he was the only white kid that grew up in an all-black neighborhood. And it's just James Franco. Like, I'm not even blaming the character. It's just James Franco doesn't sell this character. Like, I feel like they probably could have got a person that could really have done this role really good, but I feel like you can't take it seriously. You can't take him seriously as a character at all because just James Franco doesn't sell it for me. No. Like, I feel like they should have picked somebody else to play Alien. And you know what? You know who
honestly, yeah. Who do you think?
Riff Raff.
Honestly, yeah.
They should have picked Riff Raff.
Honestly, at that point, at that point, they should have just picked
I feel like Riff Raff, I don't know if he was considered for the role, but just thinking about it, I feel like Riff Raff could have done that right. So much better. Because I get what they're trying to say, like, he's the white gangster, but, like...
No, ma'am.
He doesn't sell it. Like, it goes back to that, you know, like, white people idolizing gang life. Like, and even though James Franco grew up in, like, an all-black neighborhood, and he's, like, it says he grew up in, like, the projects, I guess... He doesn't sell it. So, enough about that. So they go to a pool house. Faith is like, I don't like it here. I want to leave. She's crying. And the girls are like, don't leave. And then James Franco takes her in a room and he's like...
Dude, the grooming that he does to her.
He's like feeling her face. He's putting his face against hers. He's like, I like you so much. I like you so much. And he's like whispering, and he's like, you're not going to come with me. Like, no, your friends aren't going to come with you. They're going to stay here with me. You're going to go home alone. And Faith leaves. And then we never see her again. She goes home.
Hashtag team Faith. Because she knew what she had them common sense to know that she should have goddamn left a while ago, and good for her.
With Slant Magazine, I thought this was interesting because I did some research for the movie. Little bit. Slant Magazine was an interview with Harmony Korine when the movie was coming out, and he said how, like, he was very literal with Selena Gomez's character as Faith. Like, Faith, she's the Christian girl, so she's the morality, and it's like, that's the girl's, like, I guess, anchor, and now she leaves, and now it's free-for-all for them because the morality is gone. That's how Harmony Korine put it.
I mean, though, but can you think about it, though?
Makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, think about it, though, because, like, let's just think about it. Sit there, think about it. Put your hands to your temples, to your temples, and think. Just think. You're at spring break with your friends. You know for a goddamn fact that you're going to have that one friend who's going to have the common sense that, I'm sorry, the Lord is going to tell you right now, you should listen to them. And I'm not trying to get all religious and everything, but I am telling you right now, that is your conscience right there, and you better listen, because after that person leaves, goddamn, I can't.
Yeah, so they leave, and then you see they're living it up with Alien. They're going to the strip club. They got money, drugs. He has the nice car with the baller license plate on it.
Can we just talk about those wheels with the dollar signs?
Oh, yeah, the rims with the dollars. I can't. This is such a what's the word? Caricature? I can't pronounce it. Oh my God. Yeah, it's such a caricature. I can't pronounce it. I'm sorry. This is, yeah. So, like, they go to the strip club and they meet Gucci Mane's character, Archie. Oh, wait, sorry. Before that, I'm looking at my notes. James Franco is, like, voiceover. Well, not James, sorry. Alien is voicing over a rap song, and it's like about the girls, and he just keeps saying spring break forever.
Crickets. I'm telling you, I'm gonna save that through all this video.
So,
God, see?
Okay, so there's a part where, like, they're in the room, and it's, Candy, Britt, and Alien, and they're, like, all the money, all the guns. Oh, and yeah, not just now, but throughout the movie, there's this constant, like, gun cocking sounds going on during the cutscenes. So there's, like, this cutscene, and and the gun cock sounds going off, and he's like, look at all my shit, look at all the stuff I have. Oh, my God, look at me, look at me, look at me. And then he starts giving a gun a blowjob. Yeah, that scene was so weird.
Yeah, wait, guys, wait.
Candy and Britt are... Okay, you want to talk about the scene when they're playing with the guns? Pause.
Like she said, BJ to a gun. First off, I'm not gonna lie, when I saw the movie, I thought that they literally were gonna actually rob him. Until that just happened. And then you just
yeah, Mauricio thought they were gonna rob him the whole time.
I don't care. It just looked like, it just really, I'd rather have that moment, and I was not just suspecting that moment. No. See, I can't even talk. That's how this movie got me. I can't even talk. But
So
yeah, BJ.
So they pick up the gun, and he's like, "Oh, it's loaded." They're like pointing at him, like, "You're scared, aren't you? He's scared." And then like they're putting it in his mouth, and he's like sucking on it. And it's just such an awkward scene. It's so awkward. Like, I don't know what it, like, if it's supposed to be sexy or if it's supposed to be like dramatic, but it was just awkward.
No, ma'am.
Sing altos. No, ma'am. So so then you see they have these outfits that match, that are so identifiable if you're gonna go commit crimes. They all have tiger bikinis on. They're all same outfit, tiger bikinis, sweatpants that say DTF, neon sneakers, and a pink mask with unicorns on them. So they come out and
holding guns,
and Alien's playing the piano, and they're like, play something with meaning. So he plays Every Time by Britney Spears.
Let's just pause right here for a few seconds.
Another Britney Spears song. First he's singing it, and then it's like Britney Spears singing it, and then there's this montage of them just robbing people. They're going balls to the wall. They're robbing everybody. They go to a wedding and they destroy the wedding, rob everybody. They go to someone's hotel room, like probably Spring Breakers, because Archie mentions earlier that all like Alien does is just rob Spring Breakers, and that's like his gang life. So like they're probably robbing Spring Breakers. They're robbing a wedding. They're in like a game store robbing everybody.
They're just robbing.
It's a montage of them just robbing people as Every Time by Britney Spears plays in the background.
Crickets.
That's Mauricio's tagline for this movie, crickets.
That, again, if you actually have the courage to watch this movie, bless you, because
it's on Netflix.
Crickets.
Yeah, it's just, as we record now, it's on Netflix. Anyway, so they get money, they rob somebody, Alien picks them up, they're in the car looking at the money, and then Archie drives by with a woman in the car with him, and he's like antagonizing James Franco, saying like, oh, you, like telling them like, you forgot, like, this is his territory. What? I just called him James Franco, I just realized that. Alien. He sees Alien, James Franco's character, and he's threatening him with, like, a gun, and he's saying how, like, Alien, like, better back off, like, selling in his area or robbing him. Like, I don't even know what's going on in that area because it's all cutscenes and voiceovers, but something happened. Archie's done with Alien, so he's antagonizing him, he has the gun, and then the woman shoots at the car and Kata gets shot in the arm.
Again.
And we know this because before she even gets shot, there's a cutscene of her standing, holding her arm, crying as blood comes out.
And that's how I feel about the movie.
I don't even know what that just was.
Okay.
Yeah, anyway. So, like, yeah, we know she gets shot in the arm before the gun's even shot because there's a cutscene of her holding her arm and crying while blood comes out. Like, just reveal all the major points before they even happen. Like, okay, then. So, yeah, so she gets shot. James... I almost did it again.
Oh, yeah, Alien.
Alien takes the bullet out.
He becomes...
And he's singing the song again on the piano about the girls, the rap song, and he's rapping. I don't even know if he's rapping, then he's singing, and maybe it's a mix.
I don't know.
I guess it's just rap because he's supposed to be a rapper. And he he's singing that, and then Cotty's like crying in the shower, and there's a lot of blues and greens and like LED looking lights, and he's playing the song, and he's basically saying how like the two little chickies stay in the nest, so Faith and Cotty, and then the two little chickies are the best, and that's Britt and Candy. So Cotty leaves, and we never see her again.
Thank God.
Thank God. In the middle of all this, I wrote in my note that no one's really convincing in their roles, except for Selena Gomez and Gucci Mane. And I feel like Gucci Mane just showed up and just did this movie.
Yeah.
Because his role is very small at the same time. Like, it's like his character is important, but his role is small. He comes in every now and then, says a couple lines,
and then leaves.
Like, I guess he does the job right. Like, he antagonizes Alien like he's supposed to. Like, he shows that he's not going to back down. Like, it's a small part, but he did good. I just think of him as Gucci Mane, and I can't think of him as Archie. And like I said, they don't establish his character. He's just, like, there. And his name's Archie. And he's Alien's ex-best friend in their Mortal Enemies, and that's all we need to know about that. And he has, like, a couple random scenes.
And it's like a pop in, pop out, and that's it.
Yeah, so they decide they're gonna go to and we just figure this out at the end because there's a long three-way scene. And how it's long is it's just not the three-way scene lasts long, it's cut scenes. And it goes back to the three-way scene, and then it goes back to them getting ready to rob Archie, and then it shows their mask in the water, then it goes back to the threesome scene, and then Candy and Britt call their mom saying how they want to go back to school, they want to do better, they want to be better people, and it goes back to the three-way scene. Like, it's just cut scenes over and over. It just overdoes it. So, like, yeah, so they're on the boat going to Archie's, and they're voicing over the phone calls saying that they found themselves on spring break, which Faith was talking about that whole beginning of the movie, how they want to find themselves on spring breaks. They're walking up on the boat dock to go to Archie's, and Alien gets shot in the head and dies.
Yeah.
All that build up, and it's just boom, he's dead. And you missed it too. If you're not paying attention, you just miss it until they show him dead on the floor. And then Candy and Cotty shoot the guy. Why do I keep doing that? Candy and Britt shoot the guy.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
because
I keep
Cotty already left.
Yeah, Cotty left. I don't know why I keep saying. I guess because Candy and Cotty sounds better together than Candy and Britt.
Yeah, because listen, you look at Cotty, I would not be surprised. I mean, I was surprised. No, I mean, that's the thing. Like, I am surprised that she would have left because I feel like she would have been like the more crazy cuckoo girl of the whole friend group. But at
Cotty?
the same, yeah,
maybe a little bit.
But then I feel like, I have to think about it. But then
she gets shot in the arm. She gets shot in the arm. That's the end.
I feel like that shot.
That's just like when
rude awakening.
That part is like when Cotty's character realizes that this isn't fun. This isn't what they thought it was, and she keeps saying like spring break is over. And I know, like, another part of this movie is how, like, a lot of people want to stay in that spring break trance, but she's like, everyone's going back to school, spring break is over, like, the party's over, we have to go back. And Candy and Britt are like, no, they want to stay. So Cotty, that's how we lead up to Cotty leaving. And then I guess they have second guesses. Like, that's another thing, too. Like, why did Britt and Candy not leave yet? Because, like, not that far after, they're calling their mom saying they want to go back to school and they're going to do better. So it's like, were they conspiring the whole time? Like, there's so many plot holes.
No.
Let's reach to the end before we get there. Let's say what happens at the end before we get to that. I'm bringing up stuff before we finish this.
Though. How I interpret it is like, you know, like with those type of movies when like, it's like when right before a big crazy scene, either if it's a robbery, a shootout, something crazy is going to happen. I feel like it's like that humble moment where it's like, I'm going to say my goodbyes to like, or I'm going to say like, oh mom, I'm going to do better. Or, hey, I'm going to see you. Or, hey, I love you. Or blah, blah, blah. Right before something happens. I feel like don't get me wrong. Like the movies that I've seen, like that happens.
You could, that makes sense. Like they're calling their moms just in case they do die in this.
Because think about it. Because like, I'm sorry. Because again, we've seen the movie. You're not going to tell me these two girls are walking on a damn long pier to this big mansion filled with gang members, guns, money, and drugs. And they're wearing goddamn bikinis and masks. It's literally Alien, Britt,
and
Candy. Yes, thank you. them three, they're just walking down the pier, and then all of a sudden, boom, alien dead, and then the girls are just like, just shooting like gracefully.
They kill every person shooting at them. They kill them, and like they leave unarmed and not harmed. And like there was not even like
blood on them. They had not even a damn speck of blood on them,
and they just knew how to use these guns really well. Being college girls from supposedly Kentucky, they just know how to use guns. So so they kill everybody. And then they go into the bathroom where Archie's having a bath watching these two girls shower, and then they just kill him. And then more cutscenes.
Yeah.
They're mastering in the water. I guess they're like Candy and Britt are like sitting by the water, and they're like hugging each other, and then they're in I think it's Archie's Lamborghini, and they're just driving, and they're looking at the scenery, and then they leave.
And that's it.
And you see, when they kiss Alien's dead body goodbye, and they take the Lamborghini, and they're just driving back. And I figure they're driving back to school. And that's the end of the movie. And then Lights by Ellie Goulding starts playing for the credits. Yeah. So we just explained that whole movie.
In literally the smallest amount of minutes right now. And
smallest amount of minutes.
Right
Not
now,
even small, but like,
it's
we explained the whole movie to you.
That's how, I'm telling you, that's how bad this movie is.
Yeah, and it's like, it's so I get like a movie could be good with such a basic storyline, because we have movies like The Florida Project and Lady Bird. They have very basic storylines, but they're very, very good movies because it's filmed well, and there's good interactions between characters, and there's not all these cut scenes. Like, I get, like movies can be good artsy, because I really do like the movie cinematography and the lighting and, like, how they filmed it. I really enjoyed it. But, like, when you rely on the artsy part, and you're not really trying to develop a story or, like, really trying to push the message you're trying to tell with a movie, you lose it. So, like how I feel about this movie, even though I just, like, crapped on it, like, I feel like this story is something that should be told, and it could have been done really well, but it was just lost with the wanting to look as artsy, because, like Harmony Korine said in the interview, he wants it to feel like a drug trip. And you can have those moments, but if you just rely on that feeling, no one's thinking about that message. Everyone's thinking about, like, wow, this is, like, trippy or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, like this, I feel like this is a movie that, like, I felt like the concept and the point, if that's the point he wanted to make, that's what I got, and that's what this one article I read, I don't remember where I saw it from, but I read a thing saying, like, that's what the message was, and I get it, but it was executed so poorly that it loses that, and everyone just knows this as this controversial movie with Disney girls and James Franco and a lot of trippy stuff. It's really not a good movie.
It's
like, even though that message is important, it's not worth the watch. I'm pretty sure there's another movie like that exists, and we just don't know about it. But don't watch this one to learn about that.
Please don't. And, again, artsy, really beautiful, really
beautifully
colorful.
filmed, very colorful.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, the
nice pinks, nice oranges, nice blues, the nostalgia of the 2013s.
That music, but like how they've really painted Spring Break to be is so far off.
I know.
So far
like, I get the partying and like
don't get me wrong, yeah.
And the doing drugs being the spring break, and alcohol being the spring break culture.
But really, the robbery,
like,
and then robbing the
like,
thing, and then
I don't know. Like, I don't want to say how this movie should have gone, but I feel like the movie had me in the beginning.
It had potential.
It had me, like, here's the thing. The movie has me in the beginning, but when they get to with James Franco, that's when I, like, really started tuning out of this movie. When they meet up with Alien, I apologize, I keep calling him James Franco. I just seem like I can't stop. When they meet up with Alien, it loses me.
Yeah.
It loses me. It just loses me.
Yeah.
And then it's even more cutscenes than there already were, with back and forths, forward and backs, voiceovers. It was just at some point I was like, this needs to end soon. I'm done with this movie.
It's just, I feel like for me, honestly, it was just so, like, not believable in any way. I mean, it has its moments, yes, it does, but then other than that, it's just, like, it's so not believable, like, how they really made it. And
I know, yeah, like, I feel like...
come on, the shootout, for Christ's sake. Like, you really gonna tell me these two girls that we could say, what, 18 to 22 years old, max. Are gonna know how to learn how to shoot guns with a ski mask on,
kill all these gangsters, and
just walk away unharmed, not even a speck of blood on them, and then everything's gonna be perfectly fine. Like no ma'am, crickets. Yeah, I remember I saw this 2013. I guess I was like 16. I saw this with some friends. We like snuck into the theater. You know, we're bad kids back then. We weren't. We snuck into the theater. We weren't old enough to see it. So we snuck into the theater to see it. And I remember the trailer came out, and it like you watched the trailer, and this movie looked so good. And I remember I was so hyped to see it. Like, it had the Skrillex. It had all these people, all these cutscenes in the fucking trailer too, with the intense music. So hyped, I left the movie and I was like, what was that? Like, that was terrible. And then we just watched it, and I was like, what was that? That was terrible. So yeah,
that was Spring Breakers.
I think we've come to a conclusion.
I feel like we're abruptly ending this because we're sick of this movie at this point.
I'm sorry that this is a really short episode right now that we're doing, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. This movie was just so horrible, and just no. Yes, music. Yes, artsy. Yes, cutscenes. Other than that, no, ma'am.
Yeah. Very, very, like I said, very good. Like, if you look up stills from this movie, the cinematography is very beautiful. It captures, I guess, that beauty of Florida, since it's very... Because they filmed it... I wrote down where they filmed it. It was in St. Pete Beach in Treasure Island, Florida. I don't know where that is, but I know, like, Florida can be very beautiful with its sunsets and the palm trees and the colors. So it got that effect. So I guess, like, if you look up stills, the stills are very nice in this movie.
But other than that... That's all you're gonna get.
So,
okay, so now I guess rating time?
Rating time. Well, grading. We give it letter grades.
Well, yeah, grading time. Okay, so what is your grade today? Because I know...
Do you want to go first? I feel like we're on the same page on the letter grade.
Oh, fuck that. I gave it an F. F for fuck that, because it was just horrible.
F or D minus because the cinematography was nice, but I'm really leaning towards an F.
Oh no, I give it a solid F because it there was just times that it had me and then it completely lost me. Yeah. And it wasn't like a movie like it loses you and then it'll reel you back in. No, it lost me. I was lost there at sea.
And then something would happen and you're like, oh, what's happening? And then you're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah,
it was kind of like, oh, they're in college and it sucks. Oh, they robbed the bank and got the money. Oh, they're partying.
Even the robbery.
Oh, they're going to jail.
Like, even
aliens, a weirdo. Like, it's just...
Everything. I mean, all I say is, I mean, if you want me to be nice, A+ to Faith.
Faith and only Faith gets an A.
She's the only woman that I will say in that movie who gets an A+, because she had the complete and utter logic of, bitch, I gotta get the fuck out, and she got out.
She was the morality, as Harmony Korine put it.
Other than that, F.
F. Yeah, so this wraps up this episode of Media.
Yeah.
We should be back next time with Paradise Killer.
So we're doing this.
That will be a very much that will be a better one. I've been playing it. Mauricio played it before me, but I've been playing it. It's very fun, so we're gonna come back and have a more positive episode.
Yes.
Less us complaining about James Franco.
Something better
trying to be gangster.
Something more beautiful for you beautiful people to listen.
Yes. So I guess Mauricio's on this episode again. You want to do the sign off from last time?
How did I sign off again?
You said something like thank you and goodbye and like that like radio voice.
Oh yeah, true. I forgot. Okay. Listen, hello, yes, hi, goodbye, and I fucked it up.
Just do it. You did like the goodbye. All right.
Thank you, everybody, and goodbye.
Catch you next time.